Welcome to the Carfection Roundup film from the Frankfurt Motor Show 2019. Now, we've done lots of other standalone films on some of the big stars, but we thought we'd bring you all the other highlights from the show, starting with this 1977 East African Safari 911. Probably my star of the show already. By far the best thing on the Cupra stand is this, which is their take on an electric racer. They say it's the world's first electric touring car, and 408 brake horsepower continuously, up to 680 horsepower as a peak. And the name on the side is Matthias Ekstrom, who I think is a bit of a hero of mine. A road car version of this surely is what Cupra should be all about, albeit with an internal combustion engine or some electric power. Not what's just over here. Come and have a look. This is the main concept. Yet another small SUV from Cupra. What are they doing? This is not what I thought the Cupra brand should be about. No. Audi has got quite an interesting stand, mainly because they've got these sort of art installations on the exterior of it. This one is a bit Monty Python. They've got a sort of camouflaged A1 down there, but there's something else we're going to have a look at just on the inside of the stand as well. This is the AI Trail for off-road tourism. There's something really appealing about this. I just really like it. I love the really airy, glassy feel to it, which is apparently something we might see on future Audis a bit more of. And they've tried to simplify it, so this headlight here is also an interior light that then the structure goes into the wing mirror and things like that. Reduced volumes in terms of the seats. The rear seats come out and act as hammocks and all that sort of thing. It's electric, obviously, because everything here is electric. Over 700 pounds-foot of torque and about 430 brake horsepower, I think. Ground clearance, despite all the sort of low-slung batteries, of 340 millimeters, which for comparison the new Defender is about 290 millimeters, so it's really lifted up. Coolest feature, it has 5 drones which mount on the top and can act as sort of normal lights and interior lights as well, because you've got the panoramic roof up there, but they'll fly ahead and they have cameras and they'll light the way when you're off-road and in sort of, the middle of a desert or something like that at night and you're lost, and they'll guiding stars. So there we are, the AI Trail, one of my stars of the show actually. On the VW stand on the second press day, we were told that there was going to be the T-Roc convertible. Alas, not, or at least we haven't found it anyway, which is a real shame because that's right up my street, that sort of car. Anyway, as we're here, I thought I'd show you the fact that VW has a brand new logo. And there it is. Can you spot the difference? Apparently it's a little bit thinner, possibly. I mean, somebody probably got paid an awful lot of money to change that logo to what's essentially exactly the same thing. There we are. The Frankfurt show is so big that actually it's worth getting one of these shuttles all the way from the hall down at the bottom where we've just been all the way up to the top, because otherwise it's quite a long walk. So we've just had our taxi ride up in the EQC, my first ride ever in an EQC. It is amazingly quiet, certainly at the speeds we were going. But people know there are cars moving around. People just don't get out of the way. They can't hear it coming. We were following a chap for, I don't know, for like a couple of minutes really before he realised there was something behind him. It is a problem that we're going to see more of. Just an interesting aside about electric cars. Into Hall 11. One of the most appealing cars at the show is, well, actually one of the most sort of traditional looking ones. It's the new Alpena B3 Touring, based obviously on a 3 Series. It's got 516 pounds-foot of torque, 456 brake horsepower from the 3-litre turbocharged straight-six engine, and 4-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive, X-drive as they call it. It's just a lovely looking thing. They've got rid of, well, since I've been in Alpena, these have little sort of buttons up here for changing gear. Now I've got these rather fancy metal paddles behind here, which are quite nice. It looks amazingly sort of traditional. We've got all the Alpena cues on the outside with the pinstripes and those multi-spoke wheels, and a lovely dark green with this cream interior. It's despite being a new car, it looks like quite an old-fashioned one in a really just nice way. On the Hyundai stand we have this, the I30 N Project C. Now, at various motor shows, we've seen bits and bobs of upgrades that you can add to your i30 N, which we love. It's a standard car. And this has brought it all together really for about another 10,000 euros on top of the 33,000 euros that you'd pay for a standard or performance pack i30 N. Project C, well, C stands for three things. Area C, which is a particular area of the Hyundai test tracks where they developed these cars. C for carbon fibre, as you can see here, in the bonnet, and also various other parts, which adds up to lowering the centre of gravity by 8.8 millimetres, very precise. In fact, the weight savings overall are saving 50 kilos, or to be precise, as they say, 50.004 kilos. They really have taken this to, well, the nth degree, as it were. The whole car now sits 6 millimetres lower to the ground, and they've retuned the dampers and all the settings inside the car as well. No more power or torque. Hyundai and their N brand really are upping the game. All they need to do now is win the World Rally Championship, at least in the constructors this year. On the Porsche stand, so we've done a standalone video on the Taycan, so go and have a look at that if you want to know a bit more about it. But I thought I'd just show you this, because it's quite a cool little thing they've got. They've got a model, the Taycan here, and then you can select between different things for it to race. Which one should we choose? Let's go for, should we go for Cheetah? I haven't seen that one yet. Here we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And I think that's actually the closest one of the lot. So there we go. Porsche beats Cheetah. Who knew? If you want to dive into all the details of the brand new Land Rover Defender, which is probably the star of the Frankfurt Motor Show, then we have a standalone film about it. But I just wanted to show you my favourite spec, which is the commercial vehicle version. Here in 94, steel wheels, white bit at the back. Looks ace, I think. While we were wandering our way around the Frankfurt Motor Show this year, weighing up what we should do, we discovered Way, which is, well, this Way, it's a Chinese car phone, which I'd never heard of before, but they're launching into Europe apparently. Then you do sort of smallish, medium-size-ish SUVs at the moment called the VV7. I think there's a VV6 and a VV5 as well. Not bad-looking things. Apparently might be quite cheap. Way to go, Way. Most fun thing on the BMW stand after the M8 competition, retro video game. Press the blue button. Okay, English, yes. Oh, into my name, I know. Here we go. A, M. See what I did there? Trolling BMW. AMG, choose this name, yes. It feels like we've seen concept versions of this car at quite a lot of motor shows over the previous years, but it's nice to finally see the production version. This is the Honda E, their little city car. Even more rewardingly, it's nice to see it hasn't really changed that much from the concept version. We've actually got neat things like cameras instead of wing mirrors. There are going to be two versions, so it's going to be just over £26,000 in its 134 brake horsepower model. Both models get 232 pounds-foot of torque and 0-60 in about 8 seconds. So the advanced model gets 17-inch wheels, so slightly larger, and Pilot Sport 4 tyres, which is intriguing because that's, you know, it's a very good tyre. It's not an eco tyre, so bodes well perhaps for the handling. So I prefer this to the ID3 really. I know it's a smaller car, perhaps slightly different, but it just feels more exciting somehow. Anyway, there we go. Hall 4 is one of those halls that you can sort of miss out because it hasn't got the modern manufacturers in here, and yet walked in here is amazing. It's an incredible display of Bugattis just inside the door. Royale, Type 35, there's 51 over there as well. It's a tank as well, tanks. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. One of Charlie, who's behind the camera at the moment, his favourite cars of the show is this, the Crossley fire truck. As he clearly points out, if you come down here, you can fit all your mates in the back. Apparently Charlie thinks he's very popular. This is a Bitter, which is something I knew nothing about. Apparently it's German car manufacturer Eric Bitter, who's a former racing driver, set the company up, and they're produced in Germany and then Austria, and I know nothing about them, so I'm going to have to go and do some more research. But this was obviously raced presumably successfully by Jan Lammers, and I would guess looks like it was in the sort of the GT1 period. So I've just been told a little bit more about it. Apparently Eric Bitter is actually here somewhere. And this was engineered with the other driver next to Jan Lammers, which is Mike Hesselmans, who's a Belgian, and yeah, based on a Chrysler and raced in the 90s, apparently quite a bit in the UK. So there we are, a little bit more information. There we are, that is our roundup from the Frankfurt Motor Show 2019. It's been a curious show. It's been a trend we've seen for a while now that lots of manufacturers haven't turned up, so if you think we've missed something, chances are it's just not actually here in the first place. Of the cars that are here, well, electrification has been a massive push, I think possibly even more so than Geneva. And it's slightly odd because I'm not sure it necessarily reflects what's actually in the real world at the moment. We don't have the charging points for what a lot of these cars are claiming, etc. Anyway, Pool 4's been good fun with lots of older cars as well, and now I've found some models to take home, like this. Hope you've enjoyed it. Check out all our other individual films as well on the channel, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at Carfection Films on Instagram, and I'm at Henry Catchman. There we go. I'm gonna go and pay for it.